How do you propose, this is from Kate, how do you propose California participate in a Green New Deal? Russiagate is causing the average citizen to be cynical. I don't care and think it is a distraction from what politicians are doing.
Well, I think that's what I mean when I say that optimism is a political act. The fact is, if you get convinced that there's no point in participating, that you can't make a difference, that you aren't really being listened to, there's no reason to vote, then they win. So what we have to do is make sure we understand that one of the best messages we could send would be electing me governor, because it would send the message that somebody who's unbought and unbossed can actually win a race in California and can go on to do the right things for the right reasons for the people of the state. But if we continue on the path we are on, the richest state and the richest country on earth with the highest number of homeless people and percentage of homeless people, highest number and percentage of poor people, we are on the wrong path. And so it's not enough to just say you're a Democrat. You got to be a Democrat with a brass backbone that's going to stand for the people, for the children, for the seniors. Hubert Humphrey was eloquent when he said, the moral test of any government is how it treats those in the dawn of life, its children, in the twilight of life, its seniors, and the shadows of life, the sick and needy. We are failing our children, we are failing our seniors, and we are failing our sick and needy. We need to do a better job in California, and we can do it by getting our priorities straight.
All right, so I know you got a heart out here soon, so I'm going to try to get to as many as we can. So can you touch upon what you would do in terms of a Green New Deal for California?
Well, I'm the best environmental candidate in the state. I have the best record, the best track record, as well as I wrote a bunch of legislation that cleaned up all landfills, the biggest ever in history. I wrote a bunch of recycling legislation. A lot of people think of me as education only. I have very strong credentials in transportation and a whole host of other areas. And I just will tell you that California can and should be the greenest state in the union. And we can and should be doing things like getting rid of fossil fuels, banning fracking, of course, but also protecting our coastline. The climate change is real. I'm fond of saying I believe in something called science. Well, you know you're living in a terrible time when you see a memo from the Centers for Disease Control that orders its staff to no longer use the word science-based or evidence-based. Hello? This is America. Free speech, and what in the world are we talking about here? So I believe that we have to have a nimble governor who's going to really take the time and give the attention to the coastline of California because of what's going to happen with sea rise. You know, we should be talking to people in the Netherlands who've done such an amazing job of protecting their coastlines because, in fact, they have reclaimed a lot of their land from the ocean and from the sea. So, you know, there's things we can and should be doing all over the state that will help us to conserve more energy. That means we have to produce less, to diversify our energy production. Yes, more to wind and solar, but also geothermal. You know that Iceland gets more than half of its energy from geothermal. We can't do that everywhere in the state, but there are some parts of the state where we could be getting a lot more energy from geothermal. So I'm committed to, I'm the greenest candidate, and I'm committed to doing the things that need to be done to make this not only the greenest state, but the most prosperous, well-educated state with the best housing for all.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. That was a clip from Get Your News On with Ron, the world's first viewer-curated streaming news show. What does that mean? That means I log on to a stream and people tweet me articles over on Twitter at Ron Placone, or they use our Reddit subsection, which is just Get Your News On with Ron over on Reddit. And that's how we build the show. I'm seeing all these articles for the first time. We are literally getting our news on together. Follow me on Twitter at Ron Placone so you can participate. And this show streams live every Tuesday through Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, so please do tune in. If you want to support this show, you can do so over on patreon.com/Ron Placone, where for as low as $1 a month, you get access to exclusive podcasts every week, exclusive videos, free tickets to shows when I'm performing in your town, and more for as low as $1 a month. Please do consider it. Thank you so much for your support. This has been Get Your News On with Ron.